Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said in the Quran to Prophet Ibrahim, surely I'm going to make you the leader of all mankind. So now the Prophet Ibrahim alayhi salam has a great honor, even the Christian or the Jews or the Muslim, or every part in the world, Prophet Ibrahim has a great honor. We Muslim, we claim to that we are following the religion of Prophet Ibrahim, because the last Prophet Muhammad sallallahu he also proclaimed that Millat Abiku Ibrahim Hanifa, that Allah said that follow the religion of your father Ibrahim. So Prophet Ibrahim has a great role in the guidance of the mankind, and what happening today in Mecca, it is the tradition of Prophet Ibrahim, which he started with the command of Allah. When he was the prophet to Babylon, when he was preaching them, then there was a king named Nimrod, and they rejected him. And they were worshipping the idols, statues, the Ribolto. And then the Prophet Ibrahim, one day he went to their temple and he destroyed all their idols. Except the big one, he put the ox on his shoulder. So when they came back from the outside the city, they went to their temple to worship their gods, and they found out their gods were broken. And someone said that it might be done by Ibrahim. He always speak ill about our gods, about our idols. So they brought him in front, and then they asked, is this you did this? He said, no, I am not the one to do this. You ask that big idol, maybe he might destroy them all. And then they say that he cannot do anything. These idols can't do anything. So the Prophet Ibrahim said, if they cannot do anything, then why are you worshipping them? Why are you bowing down to them? So now they say that we should take revenge from Ibrahim. So they make a fire for 40 days. They collected woods all around the town and then burn it. Then they throw the Prophet Ibrahim in that fire and they let him to burn. And they were thinking that he's going to become ashes. But when they tried to find his dead body, he was alive. He was not harmed, because Allah commanded to the fire, which mentioned in the Quran, وَقُلْنَا يَنَارُ كُونِي بَرْدًا وَسَلَامٌ عَلَى إِبْرَاهِيمَ. We said, O fire, be cool upon Ibrahim and peace upon him. So it was a command of Allah that the fire was not able to burn to Prophet Ibrahim. Then after that, he migrated to Jerusalem, the Holy Land, and then he was with his wife Sarah. And Sarah was not getting any child. Then he get married to Hagar. And then Hagar got pregnant. And then that's the time, and then she delivered a baby, and then that's the eldest child of Prophet Ibrahim named Ismail. And now Allah commanded to Prophet Ibrahim to brought his wife and his son to Makkah while his son was infant, drinking milk from the mother. So he brought the dates and skin of the water, and he left them in Makkah. During that time, Makkah has no house of worship, no masjid, or no people living there, no shelter, no trees, no house, no population at all. It's just a desert with the mountains. So he left them there, and that is a sacrifice which he is doing, that in the command of Allah, to left his family in an unknown place and with no cultivation, no agriculture, no trees, no shelter, no house, no food, no water, except the one skin of water and some dates. And he's leaving them there. And then his wife asked to Prophet Ibrahim, why are you leaving us here? He did not reply. He kept on going. She asked again, why are you leaving us here? And he was not answering, because he was following the command of Allah, the command of God. And the third time she asked, and then she asked him, is this Allah commanded you? Then he raised his hands and he prayed to Allah for their protection and to their blessings of Allah upon them and upon the people. And she said, if Allah commanded you, then just go, no problem, Allah will take care of us. So when he left, she was eating the dates in that desert where no people around, and she drank the water, and then she gave the milk to the baby. Until the time no dates remain, water finished, and she get dried, and she have no more milk anymore, because it's desert, very hot climate, she get dried, and she have no milk anymore. And later the child started to get dehydrated, and then she panicked. She went to the mountain nearby, which called Safa, and the other mountain is Marwa, and she started to run between this mountain and looking for the caravan. If she can find some people, they can borrow water, she can give to the child. So 7 times she ran between these 2 mountains, and that's what we are doing during the Hajj and Umrah. Millions of Muslims, when they go there, they need to run between these 2 mountains or walk between these 2 mountains, Safa and Marwa, for 7 times. It is a part of the Hajj and Umrah. So that's how Allah give respect to the sacrifice of the family of the Prophet Ibrahim, that his wife, when she was panicked and because of that sacrifice, and she was looking for water for the child, and Allah liked that act of her because of her sacrifice for Allah, and Allah wants all of us to do. All the Muslims, millions of Muslims go there every year for Hajj and Umrah, all around the year, and they are practicing it. Right now, Hajj, 3-4 million people, they are practicing that practice of wife of Prophet Ibrahim to run between these 2 mountains. When she make the 7 times run between these 2 mountains, and then while she is praying to Allah for water, she looked behind the child. Near to the feet of the child, there is a water coming out, and that water called water of Zamzam, or the Mai Zamzam. And what is the reason behind this name? When she go to the water, and this water, because Allah sent the angel to hit on the floor, and the water comes out. And then she started to make a dam. And she started to say, Zamzam, stop, stop. Zamzam means, in Hebrew, stop, stop. So the name of the water becomes Zamzam because of the saying of the Hagar, the wife of Prophet Ibrahim, Zamzam, stop, stop. And then the Prophet said that she was making a dam. She afraid that the water might go away. But that water was not going to go away. Yeah. Prophet said if she was not making that dam, that this water was supposed to go all around the world through the rivers. And then finally, she have water, and that water is nutritious. This water is antibacterial. That water has vitamins and minerals. It's a blessed water. Now when there is a water in the desert, the caravan can pass. They see the birds, and the sign of the birds that there is water there. So after some time, there is a caravan passing there, the caravan from Yemen, the original Arabs. And there were Bedouins who go around the desert looking for the water. And when they saw the birds there, they approached to that well of Zamzam, and they started to go towards there. And then they arrived to Hagar, and they asked to her, can we camp here? Can we make our camps here? You want to live here because there is water here? She said, okay, you can live here, because she wants her child to be socialized with some tribe. So she said, okay, you can live here, but this water, you don't own that water. It's owned by us. You can use it, but you don't own it. They said, no problem. That's our deal. We are going to use as long as we live here, but it is owned by your family. But they live there, and they live for permanently, and they will become the original people of Makkah, the Yemen people, the Bani Juram. And later the Prophet Ismail, he married from that tribe when he grew big. And from the Prophet Ismail, the Prophet Muhammad was born after many generations. So it is the preparation of that great prophet, that Prophet Ismail. Through him and his wife, the great Prophet Muhammad, was born after many centuries. There was another incident happened when Prophet Ibrahim, he lived with his wife in Sarah in Jerusalem. This is Holy Land for us. And then he go also to his wife in Hagar in Makkah to live with her. And he has another 3rd wife also. He saw the dream, and the dream Allah commanded him to sacrifice your son. So, and he understands that Allah is commanding him to sacrifice his son. So now he is traveling towards Makkah. He came to Makkah and he talked to his son that Allah command me to sacrifice you. So say what you say. So he say, do it what Allah commanded you to do, and you will find me, inshallah, among those who are patient. So he brought her to the Mina, and now he put him down, and while he was bringing her to slaughter on that appointed place, the shaitan appeared to him 3 times, 3 different places. And every time he appeared and he want Prophet Ibrahim not to go for that sacrifice, to deceive him, to stop him from that sacrifice. And the Prophet Ibrahim, he get 7 stones and he throw him 7 times. So that is also the rituals of our Hajj, that these 3 locations, there is some marking, and we have to throw the stone, imitate the act of Prophet Ibrahim to throw the stone on Shaitan, even though there is no Shaitan there, but just to hurt to Shaitan that we follow the Prophet Ibrahim, so we will not follow you, and we are stoning you to give hurt to the Shaitan, the Iblis, the devil. So that is also part of the Hajj. And now he arrived to the place where he is going to sacrifice his son. He put him down and he get the knife to slaughter him. Then what Allah did? Allah commanded the knife not to cut anymore the throat of Prophet Ismail. So he keep on trying, but the sword is the command of Allah not to slaughter. So he was not able to do. Then Allah said, "Oh Ibrahim, you are successful with your trial." Then he sent the sheep and he given to the Ibrahim to slaughter it to become a celebration. Now it's an example. For us, it's very easy task now to get sheep, goats, cows, and camels, and to slaughter and to celebrate. But look at the Prophet Ibrahim, what kind of sacrifice he was giving. It's a great sacrifice that for the sake of Allah, for the love of Allah, even his son he wanted to slaughter. And that's how these great people are. If Allah give us this kind of command, for surely we cannot do it. We don't have that strong faith like Prophet Ibrahim or Prophet Muhammad or Prophet Jesus or Prophet Moses or all those great prophets. They even to their children, they want to sacrifice for Allah. That is the level of love they have for Allah. So these are the people we follow, that how great these people were. We follow their footsteps. So now we have this 10th of Zulhijjah, where we also follow the Prophet Ibrahim and Prophet Ismail tradition of sacrificing the animals, because it was a replacement, came from the heaven, that slaughter this and enjoy and make celebration. And that celebration is for us and our families, and our relatives, our neighbors, our friends, and especially the unfortunate people, the poor people, to share them with. Even with the non-Muslim Christians or Jews or Hindus who are our neighbors or we know them, we can also share with them our meat with them. So don't be niggard, rather to get out your money, buy many animals and sacrifice in the way of Allah, to show to Allah that we don't love money, but we love you, Allah. So we want to celebrate, we want to sacrifice, and to share our blessings with most of the people which we have a capacity to do. And then the important thing, the Salatul Eid. The Prophet said that Allah said in the Quran, فَصَلِّ لِرَبِّكَ وَانْحَرْ, then pray for your Lord and sacrifice. So pray first and sacrifice later on. Those people who sacrifice before Salatul Eid, Allah will not accept their sacrifice. It is just a meat for their family. So the first Salah, khutbah, and then sacrifice. And inshallah our Eid will be on 17th of June according to Quran and Sunnah, according to the moon side. And we don't mind others what they practice. And inshallah those who stick with the right way, with the Quran and Sunnah, then they should follow the way of the Sunnah. There was no moon sight on 6th June because the moon was born after the moon set in our horizon, so it was not available for us to see. So next day this moon come on the 7th of June. So we start at 8th June, and then we will be going to have Eid al-Adha on 17th June, which will be Monday, inshallah, lunes. And then those who are making some of these things like we follow Makkah or whatever it is, not in Islamic ideology, in theology. In the Quran said the moon is to calculate your months, and the Prophet said you should follow, and the moon means also born. And they're saying that they follow Makkah, but actually they are not even follow Makkah. Even the people in Makkah are sleeping on the June 16 morning, night time, tonight until the morning, they are all sleeping. But early morning, 6 o'clock, everyone is already making a Salatul Eid and sacrifice, while people in Makkah are still sleeping. So it is not following, but they are ahead. But if you are ahead because of the moon side, then it's okay. But because you just follow some ideology which is not part of the Quran and Sunnah, then you are losing your Salatul Eid and you are losing your sacrifices. May Allah guide us, may Allah forgive us.